Hey, I'm Justin with Wildwater Plumbing and Septic. Today we're going to talk more about the septic side of things. I'll kind of go over what you're going to find in your drain fields around here in Onslow County, where we do primarily most of our work, Onslow County and surrounding areas. As you might know, in this area of eastern North Carolina, we have a lot of sandy soils being so close to the beach. And we have all these fine products, which each one of these products is a great product in itself, but it's all about the product that you're using in the location that you're at. Us having sandy soils, we are allowed by code to use all these products, but all these products might not work best in your yard. It might end up having your system fail sooner than later. On average, you want your system to last roughly around 30 years, give or take some. With a properly maintained system, you should get about that amount of life out of it. And that's when you should be looking at replacing your septic system. Hopefully you make it that long or longer. A lot of installs these days, we are using these products here. This is called the chamber system, made by Infiltrator, and this is Infiltrator's Easy Flow system. They are newer products to the septic world. I mean, they've been out for a while now. The standard here is what we have here. I might not be able to get a good view. It is a demonstration model, but you got your gravel system with the pipe. You would have more gravel in your standard system, but I just want to kind of give you a quick look here. This is the standard, and this is what we most likely would be installing at your home. It's going to give you the most longevity and less issues, and I'm going to explain why. First, I'd like to talk about the chamber system here. Again, I'm not saying anything bad about the chamber system. It is a great system when put in place with the proper soils. Here in Onslow County, surrounding areas, like I said, we have the sandy soils. I don't know if you've been outside of your house, if you have any kind of valve boxes, your meter box, and you've opened them, and you're supposed to open them up and see a valve, pipe, everything like that, and you happen to open them and it's full of sand. Same thing here, the chamber system, all your septic field lines are 3 feet wide and 12 inches high for these products that we're using. The chamber system sits on top of the trench, completely open. And when you have more of a hard clay soil, fine, great. Perfect. The water's going to come in to whatever port you're using. It's going to hit this little splash guard so it doesn't erode away your soil, and then slowly absorb into the soil, and that's how we treat it. Unfortunately, in this area with the sandy soils, like I said, with your valve boxes, if you notice, when it rains and everything, the sand gets soft and it will slowly start to fill this area in space, which is going to restrict the time that you're going to have in your system. It's going to make your system fail earlier. You won't hear this from the product manufacturers, but if you actually talk to installers that are honest, they will tell you that when they install these products in this area, they are seeing a much higher fail rate at about 5 to 7 year time frame. Which, like I said in the beginning, you're looking and wanting about roughly 30 years, give or take a few years, on a properly maintained system. So in Onslow County surrounding areas, I would not recommend using this product because it is going to drastically shorten the life of your septic system. Will there be that outlier that it will work that long? It might. But I don't want to risk it when I'm installing a system for you. I don't want you to come back at me in 5, 7 years saying that, why is my system failing? We want you to have a properly designed system that's going to last you the full 30 years. So it's an expensive investment to have in your home that you want to work properly. So I wouldn't recommend this. There are a lot of these being installed in this area. It is easy to transport, it's easy to install. There's less manpower, and with that, people are doing it cheaper. Cheaper is not always better, and when you're looking at thousands of dollars each time one of these is put in, you want to go with a system that you're not going to have to replace every 5 to 7 years. This right here is your easy flow system. You got what's essentially looking like packing peanuts in your inlet pipe where everything trickles out. You have cloth up here, and it is a good product. It's going to serve you a little bit better than the chamber system in this Eastern North Carolina environment. These products, I didn't say earlier, but they do give you a 25 reduction in trench length versus your gravel system, which is why another reason a lot of people do go with them. But with these products in the sandy soil, that 25% reduction, and then the sand kind of infiltrating the stuff and making it harder and for your effluent water to filter out and choking up your system, it's not giving you the lifespan. It might save you some footage on trench length, which might save you some money in the short run, but if you're having to replace it early, you're not saving money. You're actually going to spend more money in the long run. This is a better product. If we do run into better soils in the area, we might still use this. But again, 3 feet wide, 12 inches, you have more gaps where the sand, when it rains and everything, the sand is going to start compacting around this, and it's going to choke out your system sooner. That's why, again, tools and their uses, great products, maybe further inland, more about like the middle of the state, you're going to use these products more, and you're going to have more success with them. Again, good products, not saying anything bad about them, just the area we're in. Being in Onslow County, serving in the surrounding areas of Eastern North Carolina, we are primarily going to do the traditional gravel system. Your trench is still going to be 3 feet wide, 12 inches. You're going to have 6 inches of gravel on the bottom. You're going to have your 4-inch pipe in the middle, which allows the effluent water to come in and disperse. And then you're going to have another 2 inches on top for a total of 12 inches. And then you're going to have a layer of fabric over top, which is going to keep the sand and soil from going into your gravel. Much sturdier system. It doesn't allow for the sand and everything to choke it up. It's stronger. Just a much better system. The numbers don't lie. If you actually talk to installers that are honest, they will tell you you're going to get more years out of this system than these products in this area. I just want to make sure that's clear, this area. So this is what we are going to use 90% of the time. If we have some good soils, like I said, we might end up using easy flow. But full length, we're not going to take that 25% reduction that you can get out of it, because we want to maximize the life of your septic system. I'll be honest with you, we're not the cheapest, but we are going to do quality work and give you quality products so your system lasts. And that's what's most important to us. We're more about quality versus quantity. We want to have a lasting relationship with you on the septic side as well as the plumbing side. We do both. A lot of companies are one or the other. We can go all the way from inside your house all the way to the end of your septic field. So one-stop shop for your whole wastewater system. And another point I would like to add, in these systems too, with how shallow trenches are in this area, because the water table is high, trenches are, they're pretty shallow here. So you're not supposed to drive. Wouldn't ever recommend anybody driving on their systems at all, but we all know those people come over, they don't know where your system is, they might drive, you might have the neighbor drive through your yard. Again, our systems are very shallow here. Again, these products, like I said, are great products when used right, but when you have shallow systems, when somebody drives over it, it's going to do damage to your system. These are going to get crushed much easier, again, than your gravel system. So it's just another benefit to us installing the gravel system in your yard. If somebody happens to drive over it, you will have better luck with it not doing as much damage to your system. Just things to keep in mind when you're picking a company to come out and do your septic system. Like I said, great products, know your area, do your research. We're going to come in, we're going to do a gravel system, and we're going to make sure that you have the life in your system that you need to have a healthy home and not have to worry about sewer backups and anything like that. Give us a call. Our number is 910-750-2312. Plumbing, septic. This is Wild Water Plumbing and Septic. And again, I'm Justin. I own the company, and I'd be happy to serve you. Thank you.